Hi there, folks. Dr. Nick, leader in nutrition and founder of the NutriFit Program. And welcome to this short webinar on tracking the NutriFit Program, which flows on from the NutriFit 5 Eating Strategies webinar and really expands and clarifies that second key condition of use called practicing the strategies 90% of the time. And so what we've got here is a simple tracking system using a tick, half tick, or a cross system. So that's really consistent with the program. It's just easy and simple to use. And as someone once said, one of my clients, that working with Dr. Nick is all about ticking the boxes. So indeed, if you've got enough ticks, things are looking good. And so to get that 90% adherence rate, all we do is simply look at using a tick if we're adhering to the NutriFit 5 for a meal. A half tick if we've got a slight deviation. Say if you've got good protein and fruits and veggies, but maybe there's a glass of wine, which violates the strategy 5 of the calorie-free fluids whenever possible. And then there's a cross if you've missed a meal or you've got excess carbohydrate or there's no protein, fruit and or veggies. So that's the simple system there. And then we to actually get tracking, we've got a 5-step process, and it starts firstly with a NutriFit diary tracking sheet. So you can actually use this from your actual NutriFit diary or templates provided, and you simply record for 7 days what you're eating and drinking, and ideally timing as well, so you can see that you've got the frequency within 3 hours between each meal. And then once you've got that information, you can ideally, as you're going through, you're really working towards the key first milestone of an ideal day. So that's where you can actually go through and tick each meal as being on track with the NutriFit 5. So once you get one ideal day, now you know you've got the confidence to go and do another, and then another, and you build that momentum, and before long, you're just tracking away and getting that 90% and really, rapidly getting your progress thereafter towards those results. And so number 3 now is, step 3 is actually just, explaining clearly how you actually work or how you give yourself allocate the tick or half tick or cross. So let's have a look here. I've got an example for you, and actually this is from my own personal dietary regime for a typical weekday. And we see here it starts about 7:30 with a couple of pieces of multigrain toast, one with light cottage cheese and beetroot. And yes, I know it's a crazy combo, but I love it, and it's certainly on track. One with Vegemite and a boiled egg in there as well. And I start actually the day with an apple cider vinegar and water, about a half a glass, and together I have that with my Sana Essentials, Biomega and Procosamine to increase and boost my micronutrient intake. Snack 1 or morning tea is around 3 hours later or so. We've got Vita-Week crackers and Edam cheese, one of my favorites. And I do that most weekdays. It's great to be consistent, and it's no issue if you think, should I be having the same thing every day? If it's working and you enjoy it and it's on track, definitely. There's no issue with that. Usually an apple as well, although it might be a pear or a mandarin. It's a lower sugar fruit, ideally, and that with that a green tea as well. This is a weights workout day, so around midday I'll get into the gym. I'll also have a good protein carbohydrate shake to support the workout, and more information on that in the workout nutrition webinar. And so once I've finished my shake after the workout, I'll dive into some multigrain rolls with my own homemade tuna mix. So that's just tuna and spring water drained with some olive oil, sun-dried tomatoes, some sun-dried tomato pesto, and sweet chili. Not sweet chili, sorry, just a jar of chili. So that mix works really well. Oh, and some red onion in there too, goes well. And then avocado, spread of that, and again, the beetroot, love that. And a pot of yogurt, a fruit yogurt, bit of sugar, but it's in the post-exercise or acute recovery period, so we're all good. We get a tick for that. And so far, we're looking good on the ticks. Snack 2, mid-afternoon. This is where there's a slight error, and it's a homemade biscuit there, a little bit of sugar. It's a little harsh because we're still actually in the acute recovery period, so technically carbohydrate can be maintained. But I'm okay with just a half a tick. There's a peanut butter sandwich, medium pear, so we're all on track there. I do enjoy a coffee with some full-fat milk, and no issue on that milk. It's not a lot. In fact, full-fat can actually be favourable around workouts also for helping in with protein synthesis. Interesting. So now into dinner, we've got some nice crumb chicken, steamed broccoli, and a little platter of some raw veggies. We often have that. The boys love it, and it just works well. For the good extra nutrient intake and fiber, with some capsicum and carrot, some cucumber, and maybe some tomato. Also, just got to watch the sugar in that tomato. Roast garlic potatoes, and are adjusted according to the exercise completed. So we're doing well. Another tick there. And then finally, some Greek yogurt, kiwi fruit and LSA. So we've got our fruit and protein, and the Greek yogurt, I do recommend the Anchor High Protein. It really is top notch. The ratio of protein to carb is highly favorable for protein, only 2.5 grams of sugar. And at night, also just having another dose of Usana Essentials just to further increase micronutrient intake. So overall, 5.5 out of 6 ticks, a pretty good day. And if that's done consistently, you've been well on track to getting your 90% and having those key results that you've always been searching for. And then the final 2 steps, and the key one here is calculating your adherence. So to actually do this over an entire week, you simply now just add up the number of ticks for the week. So you go through that diary tracking sheet or the weekly tracking sheets we'll see coming up, and you divide it by the number of meals you've consumed. All right. So, for example, you might have, say, 31 ticks, and if you're on 5 meals a day, you get 35 meals a week. And then you simply do the division, and that's going to bring you out just around that magic 90%. So that would be a really good adherence rate. And so, again, the great thing here, folks, is that you don't have to be 100% compliant. Okay, you've got to have enjoy your treats and your favorite foods. In fact, I say you must, have a drink, have some chocolate. Just keep in mind that, you don't want to just let the floodgates open. And weekends are, of course, the time when that really starts to cause the challenges. So keep yourself, allow yourself to feel like you can have some flexibility, which you can, but just keep it in check. A glass of wine, not 2 or 3, for example. And then the final step is going on to your weekly tracking sheet, and you can complete this until you're comfortable with staying on and adhering to your program, this program at the required 90%, and potentially down the track. And many of my clients have had to go back, perhaps a few months later. Perhaps they're just challenged again. They find that their progress is halted or reversed. It's the first thing I recommend is go back, see where you're tracking. And this is the weekly tracking sheet here. And it's hard to see. It's a simple grid. And it actually is one of the most powerful forms in the entire program. Because all you simply do here is put your ticks and your crosses in this form. And then you calculate again, the number of ticks versus the number of meals, and you've got your adherence. And if you're at that 90%, then something will happen. That's in my experience. You're going to have either your body comps changing, that ideal physique's taking shape, or you feel good, your energy's up. Your skin health's improved. Your health is likely to have improved also. So everything starts to work. Okay, so there we go. Hope that's helped out. Thanks for checking in this short webinar. If you want to know more about what I do, check out my website, drnick.co.nz. You can download some free ebooks. Are you ready to master your nutrition, and should you supplement? And also my nutrition program guide. You can follow me on Facebook. You can email me, or even give me a call. And so whatever you do, whatever strategies you adopt, make sure that there's something that you can track. How well you're adhering. And get out there and take action to master your nutrition today. Thanks.